Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. So this is part 3 video on ReactJS CRUD example for consuming the GraphQL endpoint. Okay, now our main focus is on create operation. Previously we did read operation, right? Now create operation. So for that, let's create a one more page component like add toys. Okay. Okay, now let's configure route for our add toy. For that, go to our app component. Here, let's add new route tag. Okay, and define the path. And here for the path, I will name it like add toy. Okay, and in the element, I can pass my component. So add toy. Okay, so create operation means mutation. Okay, if I go to my GraphQL playground, and if I get back to my schema, here you can see query and mutation, right? So for creating or changing any data at the GraphQL endpoint, that is called mutation. So if you click on mutation, these are the methods available at our GraphQL server. So create toy. So this method is for creating single toy. Create many toys. So it will create or insets multiple new toys. Okay, update toy for updating single item, remove toy, so updating toy. So these are the four methods the schema is showing for us. So now to generate the mutation, first, just like query, we have to tell server this is my mutation. Okay, and now I have to call for single record, I have to use this method, right? Okay, so this is a single method. It takes the input parameters like name, price, image URLs. All these are mandatory fields. You can see the exclamatory at the end of the type. So string, capital string, int, int string, all these are GraphQL types. Okay, and it is finally written toy, that is newly generated created toy. Okay, so we know we have to use our method name. See, create toy by intelligence itself helps us. Okay, and here input fields are mandatory, right? So open circular braces and then flower braces. So here use exact names. Okay, what whatever there, intelligence also comes by default. Okay, colon, and for this name I have to define the GraphQL variable. So to define the GraphQL variable, the name should be prefixed with the dollar. You can give any name, okay, XYZ, like that, any name. So this is the variable name for this property. Okay, so but it is a good convention to use same name as a variable name as well. Okay, comma, price. So dollar price, that is the variable name. Similarly, image URL. Okay, please use the benefit of the intelligence. Okay, so that you won't confuse. And I will use same URL. Okay, since I have defined the variables, right? So I have to explicitly specify the variable type through this variable name. So for that, after mutation, open the circular braces, and here I have dollar name, right? And what is the name type? String, right? As it is same GraphQL type. This is GraphQL type. That type I have to define here. Okay, string, and it is non-nullable. Okay. Same way, price variable, dollar price. Okay, and here it is integer and it is not nullable. Okay, I, capital I and T and exclamatory. Same way, my another variable. Okay, that is image URL, right? So what it is also type string, capital S, sorry. Okay, and here it is returning the toy. So I want to get all the data, ID, name, all the data. So I will define ID. So these are the properties I am expecting in the response. Okay, price, image URL, all the properties. Okay, so if you want to directly create from the GraphQL, so these are the placeholders, right? Variables. So for them to pass the value, actual value, here you can see a small query variables tab. Click on it. See, window opens. If I open a bracket, flower braces, and if I enter control space, it will automatically shows the variable names. Okay. See, so it is a JavaScript object only, simple JavaScript object. Price. So price. Let's image URL. Okay. If I run, this data will be saved at the server. Okay. So I am showing just how to save. Okay. Now let me create a just like toy query.js. Let me create a one more file like toy mutation.js. Okay. So here export constant and create underscore new toy. Okay. And we have to use GQL that loads from Apollo GraphQL and open backticks and copy these entire mutation command and paste it over here. And these variables we programmatically pass them. Okay. So okay, this is my query. And first let's define the form and everything. Next we will work on uh, how to use the mutation. Okay. Let me add a bootstrap container. Okay. And class agent of 2 inside of it. Let me add a row, bootstrap row, and a column. Okay, and let me give some styling. Okay, I column 8 cells and set MD2. Okay, let's add a form name using the legend. Okay, add a new toy form. Okay, and here let me add some bootstrap form controls. So let's go to bootstrap website, and here one small correction, it is route. Okay, is route. Now in the bootstrap website, go to forms, and here in the first example, let me copy this form group. Okay, so in the add toy, let's remove the form text. Okay, so label will be type will be text, remove the placeholder. Okay, remove basic email. Okay, let me duplicate this two more times. Okay, one for name, one for image URL, one for price. Okay, so I will name it like name. So label will be name. Okay, it will be price. Okay, price. Okay, next it will be image URL. Okay, image URL. Okay, so these are my form fields. So for now, I will use useref for form fields, but the best option is you can use a React hook form. Okay, or simply for now I am using useref variables. Okay, so I will use constant name. So this useref for name field and const price ref. Okay, const image URL user. Okay. So these are my form fields. So let bind it by using ref property name. Okay. Add it on the form dot control. Okay. Ref price. Okay. Ref image URL. Okay. This is my form setup. Now here what I will do, just like if you go to all toys, what we used use query, right? Same way I can use mutate. Okay. Use mutate. So here I have to pass my uh, mutation command, that is create new toy. Okay. Here for creation it won't take any cache. Okay. So here I can read a variable like constant. Previously in all toys it is simple object and it will read data, right? But here I have to take a array. Okay. In that array I have to define a name like add toy. So it will be a method. Okay. Name is custom, but it will use mutate will pass a method reference to it. Okay. And if you want loading data, all those things, open a object inside of it as second parameter, and you can see here intelligence is coming, data, loading, all these things are coming. So for now, I don't need anything. I simply need a first parameter that will be a method. Okay. Add to do will get a method reference from the mutation. Okay. Here use query directly invokes API, right? All toys. But here it won't invoke API call immediately. So I can use this add toy method inside of my click handler. So for that, let me add a button here. Okay. So button, which is of type button I want, and variant primary color only. Okay. So it for add, and I will register a click for it. Okay. So I have to create a click handler. So let me create a click handler like constant add toy handler. So this is my click handler. Okay. I can pass here. Okay. So now I can invoke this method. Okay. Add toy, and it will take options. In that options, variables. We have to pass variables, right? For mutation. If you recall here in the playground, variables. So here I can specify variable. Okay. And this object must be equal to this object. I simply copy this object. Okay. And assign it here. I can remove double quotes for the properties, or I can leave. I'm removing. Okay. Now I have to assign the my form data to this variable. So name is my useref variable. Okay. Dot current dot value, that gives the input value. Okay. And similarly price. So by default, those useref gives string value. So I am converting into number. Okay. Price dot current dot value. Okay. And here also my image URL useref variable. Okay. Dot current dot value. Okay. Now I am successfully assigning the form data to my GraphQL variable object. So now this will invokes the mutation endpoint, GraphQL endpoint. Okay. Now after completion of the call, I can subscribe to it. I can listen for the promise, okay? And I can do any logic after completion of the call. So I want to navigate back to my home page. So for that, what I will do, I will create a variable like navigate that users use navigate, okay? So use navigate loads from the React router DOM, okay? So I can use that variable here for navigate back to my home page once the item is created successfully. So home page, simply specify the slash. Okay, this is my logic. So what we are doing, this is the actual GraphQL mutation logic. So here we will use mutation. Inside of use mutation, we will pass our mutation command. So nothing but our this command, right? And here we are getting all toys as a method. This is any name you can give some XYZ, then that will be the method. Okay. So I have named it like all toys. So in the click event, I'm invoking all toys method by passing the GraphQL variable object with the form data and then navigating back to home page. Okay. So to navigate from my all toys, so I'm missing some form reference, right? So let me add React Bootstrap form. Okay, copy that, paste it here. Okay, so yes, now it is good. To move from our home page to add toy, I need to have a button here at the top. So on clicking the button, I will navigate to my add form. Okay, for that, let's go to all toys. Okay, here let me create a one more row. Okay, and a call and some styling here. Class name equal to md4 offset md4. Okay, and here I want to add a button. So let me add the bootstrap React Bootstrap button. Okay, variant will be primary, type will be button. Okay, add button. So on clicking it, I have to navigate to uh, add form, right? So here I will add a variable like navigate variable that we have use navigate. Okay, so I will simply use a on click with arrow function. Okay, and I will use navigate variable. Okay, here I can specify my route. So what is my route? So here it should be prefixed with slash. So copy this. All toys, add it here. Okay, so that's it. Save everything and check in our website. See, I am able to see the add button. Now, if I click on add button, see, I am on add form. So let me create a new toy. Okay. So for that, open network calls, remove everything. Okay, I will add train, my new, and some $100, and let me add uh, some random Google image. Okay, now let's click on add button so that our record must be saved at the GraphQL endpoint. So click on add. See, here you can see the new item on going to my home page. That means it is added at the server successfully. If I go to network call, the first call is my save call. Okay, so here if you go to payload, see, now in the query variable, you can see my mutation command, right? So this is nothing but our mutation command in here toy mutation.js, and here now you can see variable to this variable object our form posted data is passed. Okay, and in the second request, that is nothing but normal query request, we are getting all our server saved data with ID 3. So if I refresh also, I can see the record. That means I have successfully added a new record to my GraphQL endpoint. So this is how we can implement the GraphQL mutation into our React application. Okay. So next we are focused on update operation. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video delivered some useful content to you all. If you like the video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel, and please don't forget to like the video. It will be an encouragement for me. Soon we are going to meet with new videos. Until then, signing off.